What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogtober day 2 and today we are going to go over what I watched on Netflix and Hulu for September 2018. I didn't watch that much. I only watched about 5 things, so let's just get into it. I only watched 2 movies, so we'll just go through those. Both of them are on Netflix. The first one was a romantic comedy called Rumor Has It, and as always, I'm looking at my notes because I have no memory. But Rumor Has It is a rom-com from 2005, I think, and it was really good. It's pretty much about this woman who finds out that her family was the inspiration for the movie and the book The Graduate. Really interesting, and I watched it with my mom and she really liked it too. We were both really surprised that we had never heard of it. It was good. I would probably say like 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. It wasn't the best movie I've ever seen, but I don't know what else would have made it better. Like, it was just a rom-com, so there wasn't really much to it. It was funny, it was really creative, and I just love that era for rom-coms. Like 2000 about to like 2010, that decade was so amazing for romantic comedies. Then Greg and I were getting in the mood for fall. We actually, look, we painted these little guys. I hate the feel of ceramic, but we painted these little guys from Target. They were in the dollar section. I think they were $3. Hold on, let me get mine. And mine's a little witch, see? So yeah, that was fun. But we were really in the mood for like fall, getting ready for that kind of vibe, early September, because that's always when I get overly excited about it. And so we ended up watching what I read and had seen a lot, people saying was the scariest movie of all time. Okay. Obviously I had to check it out, and it was called Veronica. It is from Spain, I believe. Yeah, and so there are it's in Spanish, so there are subtitles. But subtitles don't bother me like at all. I was kind of just giving that as like a preface. And I don't know, it was good. The scariest part is that it was based off of a true story. It's about this girl that ultimately, her and her friends do a Ouija board. Don't know why you'd be messing with that stuff, but they do. I have one, so I don't know why I'm talking, but I've never used it. But they you know, do one and she gets ultimately possessed. It was creepy. The acting was good. It wasn't the best I've ever seen, but it was good. There were definitely a couple pop-outs that I was kind of spooked about, but I wasn't, you know, I couldn't not sleep. I couldn't, you know, I wasn't still thinking about it even the next day. And there have been a couple movies that have done that, which I have a video for coming up soon. But this one, I just wouldn't say it was the scariest thing. Would I recommend it still? Probably. I thought it was interesting. There were definitely some creepy aspects of it, but all-time scary? No. That's all I watched for movies, surprisingly. So on to TV shows, I did watch Magic for Humans, which is a Netflix. I mean, it's not reality TV, but it is. But it's also not like a docu-series, but it is. I don't know what you would call it, but it's pretty much just this guy. I forgot his name, but this magician who goes around doing magic, just like on the street and whatnot. And he does like skits, and he does. It's funny. And what I really like about it is that most of the magic stuff you see, like when it's like magic on the streets or magic at all, really, it's always so overly dramatic. Like, I think David Blaine, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what's that other guy? There's another one, and they're just like so extra about it. Whereas this guy really brings light to it. He makes it fun. He makes it interesting. He does these magic tricks that are funny and they get people laughing instead of being so serious, while at the same time being extremely impressive and like astonishing. So I would highly recommend it, honestly, because I think it's just a good watch. Then I watched Young and Hungry because that came on. I always watch it and like right when it comes on to Netflix because it's so quick to watch. And this was season 5, and it was the last one. And I just have to say, I know a couple of you guys watch Young and Hungry because we've talked about it before. What was that ending? Like, obviously I'm not gonna say anything in case other people decide to watch it, but like, what? Like, it is the season, not only a season finale clearly, but the series finale, and then you leave it on a cliffhanger. I feel like that's illegal. I read online because I was looking it up, because I was like, what the fuck was that? I was looking it up and they said that they're thinking about making like a made-for-TV movie thing for it, a TV movie special for it, but why didn't you just wrap it up in the series finale? It just is so weird to me. It made no sense, and I did like the season. I thought it was funny. Of course, it's a sitcom, so it's always going to be dramatic, over the top, completely unrealistic, like whatever. But there are still some parts that are super sweet in my opinion and really funny. I did watch it. It was good. That ending was crazy. I don't understand why you would leave it on a cliffhanger, but whatever. Then the only thing that I watched that was on Hulu, yeah, was This Is Us. My mom and I started watching This Is Us. I can't even talk about it without but that show is so amazing. Speaking of shows that aren't realistic, this one is extremely realistic. The emotion they're able to portray in that show is so raw and so real, and everybody can relate to it, even in a different way. It's just amazing. Like, it's the most actually, like, realistic show I've ever seen. Like, I would think it's more realistic than reality TV, because half of that shit is, like, is somehow made up, and this show is so relatable, and the acting is amazing, and it's funny, and it's obviously sad, and it's just overall probably one of my top favorite shows ever. I've tried to watch it before. I tried to watch it when it first came out, which would have been, what, 2015, 2014, 2015? 2016? I don't know. Something around there. 2016, I think. I tried to watch it and I loved it, but then I didn't have access to it because I didn't have Hulu, and I didn't have, like, any way to watch it because I don't have cable. I don't know who has cable anymore, but I don't have cable, so I couldn't watch it, and then now it's on Hulu. We watched season 1 already, and we're about halfway through season 2, I think, and it's really starting to pick up. It's getting super interesting. I mean, the show's always interesting, but, like, really exciting things are happening right now, and I'm excited. Then the last thing I watched was American Horror Story Cult, which is season, what would that be, 7? I like Cult. The first episode definitely didn't like pull me in right away, but then now I think we're on episode 5, and it's definitely getting more intense and interesting. Probably definitely down there on my list of favorite seasons. Probably like bottom 3 so far, because it just, while it is really, really scary and creepy in regards to how Americans feel and felt during the election, it's just not like what I would have expected from the show. Like, the other seasons have always had this paranormal, or not necessarily paranormal maybe, but just like the supernatural, really intense, dark, creepy undertone, and this was more, I mean, clearly more realistic, which I get. They were trying to portray that this election and how the government is right now is so scary, honestly, compared, you know, it almost feels unnatural. It almost feels like we're living in a simulation. Like, it almost feels that scary. I don't know how I feel about it yet, so I'll have to get back to you guys about how I feel once we watch it all. But right now, iffy. That is everything that I watched for September. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe and click the bell so you're notified whenever I upload, which right now is once a day. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you tomorrow.